Hello, this is Dean Zeller, and this is going to be a video lecture on how to use the Fractal Applets assignment. Here's the objective. The student will create a series of 20 fractal pictures using at least 3 different online fractal applets. And I just happen to have some applets down here for you to use. Here's the instructions. Create a PowerPoint presentation with a title slide, some generated examples that I'm going to show you, and compare them to some real-life pictures like I have in the examples. Write some captions. It could be titles or it could be short descriptions. And then finally a list of references, which is the URLs for the fractal generation applets that you used in your assignment. Here's all the references. Each one of these is a different fractal program that I found on the internet. I put my favorite ones first, so these first 5 or so are the best. I'm going to go to the internet to use the snowflake applet. So you could type it in, but I'm going to copy and paste. Okay, so the snowflake applet requires Java, the fractal here is a representation of the shape. So you can click on these red dots and move them around, like so. If you go up an iteration, then every single line in between will be the pattern that the red dots take. So I'm going to go up an iteration. You can see there's a little bend in here, and then a little bend in here. If I go up another iteration, another one of these lines, each one will go up one, and so forth. So you can get an idea of what it looks like after about 3 or 4 iterations. The best part of this is that you can click on these tools and move them elsewhere and see how the fractal is designed in real time. So you can try to design your own objects. Right now, so this could be a shoreline. Doesn't Massachusetts look something like this? And so forth. You can also go up in points. So I'm gonna go up to like 9 points and just move these around. There we go. I always think this one looks like some kind of a wave in the water. Let's get some more roughs in there. So here's a small wave. Here's a bigger wave, and we could put a surfer in there or something. But your goal is to create some kind of artwork that looks relatively realistic. Doesn't have to. It could just look nice. But the snowflake applet is one of the ones you can use. Let me show you another one. This is the fractal. Let me use this Whacker art one because I really like this one. So I'm going to copy the URL, go back here. This fractal maker uses the Mandelbrot set to generate fractals. So I'm going to move in. Nope, that looks a little funny. So this is the Mandelbrot set, and because this is created using mathematics, you can zoom in on any point of this and always have the same level of detail. So I'm going to click here and drag down. When I release the mouse, the screen is going to change to be that little section of it. So now here it is again. I'm going to get just this little piece. It's going to be a lot of yellow with some red at the end, and there it is. So no matter how low of a detail you go, you'll always have perfect mathematical detail. Here's the menus up here. Layout is the different color schemes. So then we can create like this. This is the more pop art. So this has a little bit more different colors in there. Now let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit more. You can see kind of crazy shapes you get. And even if it's just a little bit, check this out, just a little one in there, it'll blow it up to full size. Okay, the algorithm sets how the fractal is going to look just in general. Here's Celtic variation. Looks like a fish of some sort. And let's zoom in right here so you can see that kind of layout. Let's look at, I don't know, buffalo. Z times 8, whatever the heck that means. And then move it in. See what comes out. Experiment with these so you can do it like a crystal layout. So it has lots of grays and blues. There's other stuff in here, but just play around with this and find some pictures that you like, and then you can create some. Well, that was nice. You can create some pictures for your portfolio just to demonstrate that you know how to do this. Okay, let me show you one more. Let's do this Fractal Maker one. So I'm going to select Fractal Maker. Go back to Google. Okay, so it's Fractal Maker. This is the base design here. That when you modify this, then you can say go, and this is the fractal that this design creates. Here, if you hit the space bar, it just erases it and goes with another one. So if we move this down, I'll hit space. Looks a little bit different. This is similar to the snowflake fractal. It has a few more options. You can have some lines that are non-recursive or invisible. So if I click on this line, it changes it to invisible. Then when I recreate it, it looks a little bit different, even after we move these things around. You can also make non-recursive lines. I'm not sure what useful purpose that would have. There. This line is not recursive, so it doesn't have those design patterns. But it has some good examples in here, and feel free to modify some of these examples. So I'm going to click on examples. The Koch curve is pretty famous. And we can move this down to make it look a little bit different. I wish I moved in real time. Sierpinski triangle, and you can modify this triangle to make it slant a little bit or jump around. There's a really good one here. Here's a monster loop, snow lace. Okay, here's a famous fern. Here's the design that creates the fern, and if you want it to be, to change the shape of the leaves, just click on one of these and move it. So that makes it a lot more bushy. Here's going to make it a little bit thinner. And what's this one going to do? Okay, that makes it come out on the other side. That's probably a bit too much. But there it looks very sparse. There isn't a lot of leaves on the tree. I think this one will make it shorter. And just a little twig. Let's move it up all the way. Oops, it changed it. There we go. So now it looks like it's blowing in the wind of sorts. So you can always put these there and then find some pictures that look similar to them. Any other examples? Here's the Buddha example, because you can see there's a little Buddha here, and a little Buddha here, and a little Buddha here, and if we zoomed in, there could be other little Buddhas. So put pictures of these in your portfolio. If we look at the assignment requirement, there's a lot more in here, but I just put my favorite ones first. And but if you look at the requirements, I want first the title page, some generated examples. That's what I was just showing you. Real life examples. I want to try and find some pictures that look similar to what you have created. Then of course captions and references. Here's my examples that I have from previous students. This one looks sort of like a Christmas tree. Here's a mushroom cloud. I think this one's a fractal itself. You can see kind of a clown face in there. I think this is like an album cover or something. Here's a coral reef, an open parachute. Here's my favorite one, a crab. That definitely looks like a crab, at least in basic shape. But so that's this is my video demonstration of the Fractals assignment. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am here to help. And with that, good luck.